What's going on, folks? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. Let's get it in. You see, there's giants and there's titan. Again, there's giants and there's titan. There's not a culture on the planet that you can't go to that doesn't talk about the giants. Again, there's not a culture or civilization on earth that does not talk about the giant. The Bible had giants. The Mayas talk about the giants. The Egyptians talk about the giants. Go to Russia, they talk about the giant. Africa, they talk about the giant. You know what I mean? All the continent on the planet talked about the giant beings, because the giant beings used to roam the earth. Goliath was a giant, right? So that's one class of beings. Now, you got what you call titans. The titans are different from giants. Again, the giant is Goliath. I forgot how tall they say Goliath was. They say Goliath might have been, I forgot how tall. But if you talk about the giants, back then, they would be like 10 feet tall, 12 feet tall, 13 feet tall. Those were considered to be your giants. And before I get into the titans, I want to talk about back in 2002 or 3, the U.S. soldier, they was looking for missing U.S. soldiers over there in Afghanistan. They was looking for them, right? So, long story short, eventually they ran into a 13-foot red-headed giant. You can look this up. They killed it. You know what I mean? So the giant killed some of the soldiers, but eventually, the U.S. soldier eventually killed the 13 feet red-headed giant back in 2003. Y'all can look this up. You know what I mean? So I say that because I say that because I want you to understand the difference between a giant and a titan. What they killed was a giant, 13 feet, 12 feet, 11 feet, or whatever. Right? So let's get into the titans. It's gonna sound out there, man, but you already know how this channel get down. Your titans were 1,000-feet beings. We talking about they can reach the sky, man. Their heads reach up to the clouds. We talk again, 1,000 of feet. 1,000 feet, 1,000-foot giants, man. I mean titans, man. Their heads reach the clouds. To get a picture to what I'm trying to say, go back and watch the movie Moana. Remember when the female titan, she was huge. And then when she fall asleep, it looks like an island. Matter of fact, when you look at Haiti, those islands, those are remnants of the titans. Not only that they had titan human, they had titan animals as well. They say that America is in the back of a turtle shell. America is a back of a huge titan turtle. That's what they say. The land, all of the land that we walk on earth are remnants of titans. That's how huge they were. Right now, you're walking on a titan, man. There's a lot of conspiracies say that, or it might be a turtle, or it could be a different type of animal. Whatever it is, it's a titan. We had giant frogs. We had giant lizard. Where do you think they get Godzilla from? Where do you think they get King Kong from? We had giant ape-like creatures, giant monkeys. Again, where do you think that? How do you think they come up with King Kong versus Godzilla, man? When you look around, when you go on Google search, you can type in rocks, giant mountains that look like humans, right? Because those the reason why they look like humans and stuff like that, that's because they were your titans. But they're gonna say, oh, it's formed naturally from Mother Nature. No, clearly you can see a nose, you can see eyes, you can see a structure that clearly shaped like a penis. Those were your titans, and that had, some kind of war that went down, and other creatures and beings use some kind of technology to how can I say this? To petrify the giant, to turn the giant into stone, into rocks. All over the world, they even got giant doors, giant books, and stuff like that, man. They found giant weapons, giant swords. Look it up, man. Huge, giant swords, man. So I'm gonna stop the video there. I think I'm gonna do a part 2 on this. I like to show images and and other stuff. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all be good. Y'all still wear it, and I'm out.